Every month, I'm giving away a prize courtesy of Asetek Sim Sports. This month, we're giving away a pair of Asetek Sim Sports Invicta sim racing boots worth $100. Stick around to the end of the video to learn how to win. Hi folks, welcome back to another track guide video. My name's Russell, aka Finding Speed. It's week 10 in the iRacing GT3 schedule, and we are at Nurburgring GP. Love this track, great racing here. As always, we're in the fixed setup. We've got full race fuel. We're in normal racing conditions. Hope you find it useful. If you do, hit that like button. Give the channel a subscribe if you want to see more of this sort of thing in the future. And best of luck out there. I hope it goes really, really well. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. Okay, folks, here's my breakdown on my 1 minute 54.474 here at Nurburgring GP. I'm in the BMW, we've got full race fuel, we're in the fixed setup, and we're in normal racing conditions. And you'll notice that I've moved my brake bias all the way back to 51. So we are approaching the first braking zone for turn 1. And just as we're about to hit the 100 board, I'm going to weigh down the anchors really heavily. We're going to come down to first gear. Now we are braking downhill here, so you need to allow a bit more time for braking when you're in traffic for sure. And about halfway along the curbing on the left, we're going to start our turning just as we start to come out of the brakes. We're already in second gear. We are going to go down to first. Got a nice wide turning circle around here. Just be careful on the throttle. If you're nice and tight to that curb, you are going to catch a bump. So we're going to immediately throw the car out, right out to the right-hand side of the track. We did build up the throttle nice and slowly there. Traction's a problem in the fixed setup on this track. And then we're going to turn the car in. And then as we hit that curb, or as the curb sort of vanishes out of our view, that's when we drop out. We're going to brush the brakes really, really, really gently. And we're looking to obviously approach the inside curb as tight as we can. And there's a little bit of grass that sort of edges through the dirt just to the left of the curb. That's my cue to get back into the throttle. And we build up the throttle nice and gently. It's very easy to pick up an easy off track here. Now there's a tiny little kink in the white line here on the right hand side of the track. That's my cue to turn the car in towards the inside curb and start braking quite heavily. So we're into the brakes and we're picking up the curb right as it starts. So we're very, very tight to the inside. We're in second gear and we're coming out the brakes as quickly as we can so the car can just take itself around the corner. Easy on the curb. We've started building up the throttle in second. First gear, the traction's just not great here. You can give it a go, but I don't recommend it. And then we want to lift out just to promote the car, just to turn a little bit more here. You have to be very, very gentle in the steering angle. If you keep the car onto the light green, you can actually go over the white line here onto this access road without picking up an off track. And really, you do want to aim to do that. So we're keeping the car over to the right, and we're going to go for a very, very late brake here. So after the end of the road, access road on the right, we're going to brake relatively gently, but we're going to hold that brake and we're going to come down to third. The idea being is we want to carry the speed around this corner. We don't have a straight, particularly after this. We're going straight into another corner. So it's about carrying speed here, not trying to accelerate early. So we're into the throttle for a very brief period, and before the end of the curb on the left and the start of the curb on the right, we're going to want to start our braking and come down to second gear. Now notice we didn't get too far over to the left hand side of the track. You don't need to. There's a very wide exit here. So as long as you get about mid-track and start turning in and coming out of the brakes as you're turning back into this corner, you should be golden. Early on the accelerator, because we've got a lot of track to play with here on exit. And we're going to keep the car over to the left. And we're looking for where the curbing starts again on the left hand side. We want to be right on that. We need to create a wider turning circle as possible here. So just as the car lands on the curb, we're going to start braking, and I'm braking in towards the inside of the track, and you can see already there's a wealth of camber and lean in the track here on the inside. We want to get into that. We want to bury the car in that so it picks up lots and lots of grip. We're going to come down to second, and we're quickly out of the brakes. Once we're into that kind of cambered area, you can really push the car onto its left-hand wheels. And then we're quickly into the throttle, slow build up to make sure we don't run out of track on exit. And then we're back over to the right-hand side. We're actually going to mount the curb on the right, but it's really easy to lose traction. If you come off the curb with too steep a steering angle, the wheel's going to spin up and you're going to lose the 10th round here. So a very gentle tip of the wheel, just as that tyre mark intersects with the white line. And we're going to hold that steering angle. And mount the curbing on the right. Take any more off the grass there and you're going to get a slow down. We're back over the right hand side. Again, we want to carry a good amount of speed around this corner. There's not much of a straight after this, so we want to carry the speed. So just before the 100 board, we're into the brakes, down to third. Really quite early turn in here, so we want to bite off as much of this curb as we can muster. Gradually building up the throttle, and we're throwing the car out to the left. Now, we want to carry speed around this corner, so we're going to get out as wide as we can to the white line, and then immediately, just as these tire marks intersect the white line, we're going to turn the car in. We're brushing the brakes, and then we're back into the throttle once the car gets close to the inside curb. It's about carrying the speed there, keeping that momentum going. We don't want to overslow the car mid-corner there, because we've got a long period of flat out gas here, and we want to carry that momentum through, so we've got a good base to accelerate from. So we're looking at the boards on the right hand side of the track, and around about the 100 board, we're going to weigh the anchors, brake super heavily here. We're as wide as we possibly can be on the track here. We could not get any wider if we tried. And then once we're down into second, we're going to turn in. We're going to take a chunk off this curb, creating a nice straight line for us. And we can afford to take another chunk out here. So we're creating this nice straight line. We're easy on the throttle as we go over those curbs, and then we build up throttle again on exit. Once the car's balanced a little bit, you have got to be gentle on the throttle to make this work. Now, there's a change in the track right here. There's like a little bit of replacement track that we're on now. and there's a little line going across in front of us. That's my marker to gently brake, bring the car down to second. And once once this Armco starts again, we're back into throttle nice and gently. And then we're going to build it up to 100 once we know we're solid and we've got that traction. And that completes our 1 minute 54.474 here at Nurburgring. Best of luck here this week. Hope it goes really well. If you found this useful, please do give it a like. Please do subscribe to the channel for more of these videos. And hopefully I'll see you out there on the track some point. Cheers, folks. As mentioned at the start of the video, every month we're giving away a fantastic prize from AZTEC Sim Sports. All you've got to do for a chance to win is be a subscriber and comment or chat live in any of my videos or streams. I'll pick a random winner to become one of the first people in the world to own a pair of AZTEC Sim Sports Invicta Sim Racing boots, shipping late August. AZTEC Sim Sports Sim Racing boots allow you to stay unconquered on the racetrack and achieve peak performance. And who doesn't want peak performance?